Hello, my best beloveds. This is Reverend Mitra, and I am coming to you from in front of my fish tank. If you look over here, this little blue guy, his name is Abi, and he is a blue beta. And over here, and he's kind of resting at the bottom, I don't know if you can see him. His name is Piroshal, and he is he's a beta that is red and silver. And I don't have a story for you today, but I thought I would tell you some things about things I have found in my house and maybe things that you would recognize. This past week, somebody told me that when you have like a group of cows, it's called a herd. And when you have a group of giraffes, it's called a tower of giraffes. I love that idea. You have a tower of tall giraffes. Isn't that cool? I love giraffes. And maybe you have giraffes at home too. I found this guy. He's a puppet, so you can make him talk. You can say, "Hello, I'm a giraffe." And he's got ears, and I don't even know what those are. Those horns on the top of a giraffe's head, these little things. They're uniquely giraffish, I think. I like giraffes, and I like seeing them in the zoo, and sometimes the zoos have platforms where you could go up and get really close to them, so you're looking at them directly, and they can say, "Hello, how are you?" And you can say, "I'm very well, thank you." The thing is, for the longest time, scientists and zookeepers thought that giraffes had no voice. So I might say, "Hello, how are you?" But the giraffe would say, "No voice, no sound, nothing." And then we discovered something, that the giraffes had a different way of speaking to each other. So they didn't say hello like you and I say hello. They said hello in their own way. Isn't that right? So instead of saying hello, which uses, if you say hello, you can feel vocal cords here in your throat. You can hum, and you can feel that move. The giraffes have a different structure because their necks are so long. So they don't speak the same way we do. They would throw their heads back and make these puffs of air. They would go like, but it was so quiet and we couldn't hear it. And when we could hear it, we didn't know what they were doing because we didn't know how to listen. For giraffes, had meaning. For us, didn't sound like anything at all. So what do you think about that? The giraffes had been talking the entire time. We just needed to learn to listen. I love that story. I love it because it reminds me that sometimes I think I know what the answer is. Sometimes I think I know what's going on. But really the world is much more complicated than I realize. And if I want to talk with someone who is different from me, sometimes part of the work is learning to listen. So here's my friend, Piroshal. His name comes from the Hungarian. And here's my friend, Abi, and his name comes from Farsi. And I kind of, see, he's coming to say hello. Hello. I kind of think that my fish friends might have a language all their own that I don't understand. Another thing I found in my house, since we're staying home a lot now, was this little glass giraffe. And for the longest time, he stayed on my desk. I don't know if you can see him. Let's hold him up there. Yeah, can you see how he's tiny, but he's still a giraffe? For the longest time, this little giraffe stayed on my desk because it was a reminder to me that sometimes it's important to learn to listen in a different language. And if you are curious and attentive and patient, you might just learn how to listen to giraffes. I don't know if you have any giraffe toys or puppets. or books, or if you have pictures from when you've been to the zoo and visited with giraffes. But I hope you get a chance to talk to some giraffes and listen to some giraffes. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday.